So some of the participants have joined. And today we have an auspicious day. Today is National Peacock Day, 15th November 2025. On this auspicious occasion, we and the Government Degree College Ramachandrapuram Department of Zoology and Aquaculture and PRR and VS Government Degree College Vidavalur of Nellore district planned an interactive webinar on the biology and diversity of Indian peacock, that is Pavo cristatus. On this occasion, I profusely thank our beloved principal, sir, Dr. C.H. Ramakrishna Garu, and the Associate College Principal, Madam, Dr. B. Sujata, Madam, for supporting us and encouraging us to conduct this webinar. We start with this webinar with a prayer note by our beloved Vice Principal, Madam, Kumari Y. Padmaja, Madam. Madam, please start this webinar with your prayer and blessings, Madam. Over to Padmaja, Madam.
Thank you, sir. My humble salutations to my beloved Bhagwan. Respected elders, it is a great opportunity to associate myself in this great event of Peacock Day. Let us pray the Almighty to shower all His blessings on all of us. गणानां त्वा गणपतिं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पद आनशृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनं प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजनेवती दीनामवित्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैः स्तुष्टवागं सस्तनूभिः व्यसेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिः ददातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ नमस्ते गणपतये त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं तत्त्वमसि त्वमेव केवलं कर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं धर्तासि त्वमेव केवलं हर्तासि त्वमेव सर्वं कल्विदं ब्रह्मासि त्वं साक्षादात्मासि नित्यं पृतं वच्मि सत्यं वच्मि अवत्वं माम् अववक्तारम् अवश्रोतारम् अवधातारम् अवधातारम् अवानुचानमवशिष्यम् अवपश्चात्तात् अवपुरस्तात् अवोत्तरात्तात् अवदक्षिणात्तात् अवचोर्ध्वात्तात् अवाधरात्तात् सर्वतो मां पाहि पाहि समन्तात् त्वं वाङ्मयस्त्वं चिन्मयः त्वमानन्दमयस्त्वं ब्रह्ममयः त्वं सच्चिदानन्दाद्वितीयोऽसि त्वं प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वं ज्ञानमयो विज्ञानमयोऽसि सर्वं जगदिदं तत्त्वो जायते सर्वं जगदिदं तत्त्वस्तिष्ठति सर्वं जगदिदं त्वयि प्रच्छेति त्वं भूमिरापो नलो निलो नभः त्वं चत्वारि वाक् पदानि त्वं गुणत्रयातीतः त्वं देहत्रयातीतः त्वं कालत्रयातीतः त्वं मूलाधारास्थितोऽसि नित्यं त्वं शक्तित्रयात्मकः त्वां योगिनो ध्यायन्ति नित्यं त्वं ब्रह्मत्वं विष्णुस्त्वं रुद्रस्त्वमिन्द्रस्त्वम् अग्निस्त्वं वायुस्त्वं सूर्यास्त्वं चन्द्रमास्त्वं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्वरों गणादीं पूर्वमुच्चारवर्णादीः तदनन्तरं अनुस्वारः परतरः अर्थेन्दुलसितं तारेण रुद्धम् एतत्तव मनुस्वरूपं गकारः पूर्वरूपम् अनुस्वारस्यान्त्यरूपं बिन्दुरुत्तररूपं नादसन्धानं सगंहिता सन्धिः शैषा गणेश विद्या गणकऋषिः ऋचिद्गायत्री छन्दः गणपति देवता ओम गम गणपतये नमः एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्तिः प्रचोदयात् एकदन्तं चतुर्वक्त्रं वासमङ्कुशधारिणं प्रदं च वरदं हस्तै बिभ्राणं मूषकध्वजं रक्तं लम्बोदरं शूर्पकर्णकं रक्तवाससं रक्तगन्धानुलिप्ताङ्गं रक्तपुष्पैः सुपूजितं भक्तानुकम्पिनं देवं जगत्कारणमच्युतम् आविर्भूतं च स्पृष्ट्यादौ प्रकृतेः पुरुषात् परम् एवं ध्यायति यो नित्यं स योगी योगिनां वरः नमो व्रातपतये नमो गणपतये नमः प्रमथपतये नमस्तेऽस्तु लम्बोदराय एकदन्ताय विघ्ननाशिने शिवसुताय वरदमूर्तये नमः ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you very much, madam. With your prayer, this webinar will going to be a great inspiration to all of us for learning new things regarding our national bird, the pavo cristatus peacock. Next, over to our beloved principal, sir, Dr. C.H. Ramakrishna Garu, for the opening remarks of the webinar. Over to our principal, sir, Dr. Ramakrishna Garu.
Sir, am I visible, sir? Am I visible and audible, sir?
Visible and audible, very much, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. First of all, good morning to all respected faculty members, distinguished guests, and dear students. It's my pleasure as the principal of Government Degree College, Ramachandrapuram, to welcome you all to this interactive webinar on ecology, behavior, threats and conservation of Indian Blue Peafowl Pavo cristatus. Our college is remotely located college in Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Konasama district of Andhra Pradesh. Our college offering 8 single major UG courses. It has strength of 475 students and 28 faculty in the academic year 2025-26. Our motto is learning first. Students from marginalized sections of the community are being offered quality education through our college. On behalf of our college, I welcome today's lead speaker, Dr. M.C. SATHYANARAYANA, and Principal PRR and VS Government College, Principal Dr. B. Sujata, to this interactive webinar. The Indian Blue Peafowl, that is peacock, our national bird, is not only a symbol of beauty and cultural heritage, but also an essential part of India's natural ecosystems. Its presence reflects the health of the environment, as peafowls play a valuable role in controlling insects, dispersing seeds, and maintaining ecological balance. Understanding their behavior, ranging from their majestic courtship displays to their social and feeding habits, helps us appreciate how intricately they are connected to the landscapes they inhabit. However, despite their iconic status, peafowls face increasing threats, habitat loss, fragmentation of forests, poaching, and human wildlife, and also with human wildlife conflicts are gradually affecting their populations in several regions. It is our collective responsibility to ensure that such a magnificent species continues to thrive in the world. Through today's discussion, I hope we will gain deeper scientific insight and explore practical community-based conservation strategies. Let us work together to protect the Indian blue peafowl for future generations. Thank you very much, and once again, a happy Peacock Day. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your opening remarks and insights regarding the Indian peafowl, that is Pavo cristatus. Now, over to Dr. I.S. Chakrapani, sir. Instead of as the principal of the Associate College, Dr. B. Sujata Garu is on other work. She will later join the webinar. Now over to Dr. I.S. Chakrapani Garu to introduce today's resource person and lead speaker, Dr. M.C. Satyanarayan Garu, to the audience and to the webinar. Over to Chakrapani, sir.
Sir, thank you. Good morning, all of you. Our principal, Dr. B. Sujata, wished this webinar a good success. She will be joining at a later time. And I'm happy to introduce Dr. M.C. Satyanarayana, who is the lead speaker today, who is going to give us many valuable inputs on this occasion of Peacock Day. Dr. M.C. Satyanarayana, he retired as Associate Professor in the Department of Zoology and Wildlife Biology, A.V.C. College Autonomous, Mayiladuturai, Chennai. And happy to share with you that he is the founder, member and secretary of Peacock Nature Club in India. And he served as the member of regional representative of World Pheasant Association India. And he is also a member of Ornithological Society of India and Ecological Society of India. To his credit, he is a member of committee for the purpose of control and supervision of experiments on animals. And a wonderful achievement is that Dr. Satyanarayana has guided a number of institutes with reference to institutes as such, with reference to animal ethics and the concerned morale. And he has guided 17 students for MPhil, and he has awarded 7 PhD degrees. He has authored a number of books and then book chapters. He has presented a number of papers and given invited lectures on conservation of peacock. And then to his credit, he has University Grants Commission Research Award. He worked as UGC Emeritus Fellow, and then he won a UK Award for Animal Welfare Activities and Vocation Service Award from Rotary International, and so on and so forth. The many awards are there for his credit. And proudful are we that Dr. M.C. Satyanarayana was a member of Training and Research Advisory Committee, Wildlife Institute of India, Dehradun. And then he was a member for the same track, Wildlife Institute of India, Dehradun, and has been an advisory board member for Mahatma Gandhi Dorenkamp Center for Animal Alternatives, Bharatidasan University. With this brief introduction, though he has a vast credit in this field of wildlife biology and animal ethics, for paucity of time, I brief this introduction and invite Dr. M.C. Satyanarayana. Sir, we are very happy and honored and proud to be a part of this webinar in which you are the lead speaker and resource person. Thank you, sir. Over to Dr. Srinivas, who is rapporteuring this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your nice introduction of today's lead speaker and the resource person, Dr. M.C. Satyanarayan Garu. We are very much thankful to you, sir, Dr. Satyanarayan Garu, because I have approached ZSI people, ZSI scientist, Dr. Venkatramana Garu, regarding providing or acting as a resource person on the National Peacock Day. But he suggested your name and your mobile number also they have given me. Dr. Venkataraman Garu given me, and immediately I contacted you, sir. And within no time you have responded to us and accepted our invitation and going to present a wonderful insights into the biology and ecology and diversity of our national bird peacock, sir. Over to Dr. M.C. Satyanarayan Garu for your valuable presentation, sir. You are free to share your screen, sir. Access is given, sir. Please unmute yourself, sir.
Sharing permission not given. Sharing. No, you have to allow me to share my PPT. Yeah, not yet given.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Check one, sir, now. Stop sharing.
No, the host is not allowing sharing for this meeting. You have to give me permission to share. No, not yet. Not.
You are now admin, sir.
No, not yet. You have to give the sharing permission. No. You have turned on the sharing from you. Sharing.
Just a minute, sir. I'll check.
Recording stopped.
Now check one, sir. Is it possible?
No, not yet. The host is not allowed sharing.
Given the access, just check.
Yes, no.
Your screen is sharing, sir.
Wait.
Yes, sir. Maximize, sir.
Visible? Okay.
Visible, sir. Maximize, sir. Make it full screen, sir.
I'll do it. Is it visible? Maximum?
Perfect, sir. Perfect.
Okay. So, good morning to everybody. Really, I appreciate Dr. Srinivasa and his team for having thought of celebrating the Peacock Day. It's a very memorable day for everybody, including me. And there's a government college in a remote place has planned to organize a National Peacock Day interactive webinar. See, I'm very happy to say that in the invitation,
Recording in progress.
you have put it as the interactive webinar. Very good. So after my lecture, I think all the students and teachers are welcome to interact with me so as to update my existing knowledge in the field of Indian Blue Peafowl Pavo cristatus. Right. So before that, I would like to thank the principal, Sujata, Dr. Ramakrishna Garu, and Chakrapani Garu, and also the organizing team leader, Dr. Srinivasa, and also one of my best MSc Wildlife students, Dr. Venkatraman. He is the present director of the Chennai Zoology of India, Government of India. I'm also thankful to him. And also the principal from the college, Madhya Pradesh, Dr. Metakar, and other teachers, the researchers, and my dear student friends. Now, before that, I want to tell you that I have come from the Department of Wildlife at the A.V.C.COLLEGE. Why I want to emphasize that this is the only college to start with a field-oriented 2-year postgraduate course in MSc Wildlife Biology from the year 1980 for the whole of country first time. And I was very fortunate to work in this institute because this wildlife biology course is field-oriented. At the end of the second year, fourth semester, all the students are sent to the different sanctuaries and national parks and other protected areas, anywhere that they can work, and there is no theory paper they have to write. So it is an excellent exposure to me as a first zoology, basic zoologist, to become a field biologist. So I always love to have that. And today's topic, Indian Blue Peafowl Pavo cristatus, Bharatiya Neelam Nemali. Here I want to tell that right from my first standard to SSLC, I have studied in the Telugu medium in Tirutani. Then it was in the this actually we have in the Chennai, Andhra Pradesh, and then it has went to Tamil Nadu. And then I have studied in the BSc as my second language, my mother tongue is the Telugu. And then that's what. But anyway, see, after I never used to have the script other things in Tamil Nadu, and now because of you, I again refined my knowledge in Telugu. Then I have to Bharatiya Neelam Nemali, and here I am going to talk on the ecology, behavior, threats, and conservation. And today I'm very happy that throughout the country and other places of the world, they are celebrating the Peacock Day. So what is why we have to do this national bird or the Bharata Desha Jatiya Pachi? Here we have to honor our national bird. Then in our ecosystem, that's very important. Not only just we're celebrating, we're honoring, but priority should be given to the ecosystem. That means where they live, the peacocks are where they live, and also the man, we. The peacock ecological role, how they do the environmental services in connection with the rural landscape, their ecological role, highlighting the peacock's contribution to maintain the ecosystem balance, and also their role in the pest control. And what are the methods to mitigate, to control, to prevent the human or the man-wild animal conflict, or the peacock conflicts, Manava Nemili Sangarshanu Taginche Padatulu, we have to follow. So what is the conflict? And explore the ways in find solution. We are going to find solution. We have to find ourselves. Regionally, you have to find. But maybe I may suggest so many things, but what are the problems you are facing? You're observing in your area, then accordingly, you can have solutions. That is the best mitigation strategy. And we have to promote the harmony between the human activity, very important. Whenever do human activities, we ignore the importance of the animal. That is the drawback of us. Our system, we are not doing properly. Then give importance to the rural landscapes, because a lot of rural area villages, we have a lot of peacocks throughout the India, and connect the birds to natural habitat, very important. You connect this bird to natural habitat, emphasizing the preservation of the environment. Okay, these are the various themes of the or aspects you have to follow on this peacock day. And how many of you have studied the Sanskrit literature? We have not given importance to the study of the literature, our literature, ancient literature. Like in Tamil Nadu, we have the Sangam literature, we have Sanskrit literature, there are other literatures. The vast knowledge with regard to animals. I'm very sorry to say zoologists, they have not given importance to the study of the Sangam literature. No, I also feel very sorry. When I was teaching taught for nearly 30 years in zoology and wildlife biology, I never imagined the role of the ancient literatures, the role in the description of the animals, the behavior of the animals, and conservation of animals, unfortunately. Then in 2022, it occurred to me, why not we attempt to go through the literature? A really excellent ocean. The material I got it is the wonderful messages you get from our ancestor poets and 2000 years back. Like that, in Sanskrit, we know about only Nemili or peacock. Okay, Mayuri, that's all. What are the other names? You look at this Astilia, also which the poets has described different names. Now, when you come to especially for the students must know that the Indian Blue Peafowl Pavo cristatus. I always emphasize my students and please kindly give importance as a zoologist, give importance to know about the common names of the animals and genus species. That is what zoological name, because mostly when I say Periplant americana, Tectona grandis, the plant name or axis for the spotted tail, Elephas max for the elephant, people say, oh, this genus is very hidden. No, I used to tell my students, here I always talk with my students with the movie, when you have the genus species, don't worry student, my dear friends, what you can do is like Kamal Hassan, Manisha Koirala, these are the genus species. I tell them, you remember all the genus species of the cinema actor, why not you remember your subject, which is going to feed you. So I used to tell them, encourage them, remember the genus species. So the students must remember that when you listen to this, the Pavo cristatus. Now, there is a sexual dimorph. That means we can differentiate both male and female by seeing externally. That's what I emphasize that. If it is a male, you can say peacock. When it's a female, you can say it is a peahen. Both together called as peafowl. That's a term you must remember. People generally say peacock. So for the female, is a peahen. For the males, you say peacock. Both together called the peafowl. Okay, now I am very much emphasizing my students and teacher, please kindly give importance for the morphological features, the external feature of whichever the animal is studied. Without that, you cannot claim as a zoologist. Unfortunately, most of us not giving importance to the study of the external features. That is what we are lacking. That is why I emphasize, please kindly. So whenever I go to the field of studying of the animal, first I will learn from the field all these external features are the characters. Now, if I look at this adult male, all of you might have seen 100%. This is the shining blue, and you can see the green color. Now, you can neck each part you have to observe very carefully. And here I want to say that 2000 years back in Sangam age, our poets, even Sanskrit poets, they observed all the characters of these animals, not only peacock, the other animals. Just 1 minute. Now these poets, 2000 back, they observed carefully, enthusiastically, all the characters of the animals, including the peacock. Why not we? We claim as we are the biologists, zoologists, scientists. Now I emphasize that, please kindly. Now, that's why I always say that we can look at the head and neck, breast, blue in color. Back of the peacock, if you look at this, it's a very green scaly in structure. Now look at this eye, and you can see this upper part, there is a nostril on the eye of the peafowl, and there is a white patch below the eye. You have to see each and every captive feature. And you can also see a fan-like a crest. It is called a crest. Several fine feathers ending in blue-green fan. And if you look at the bill, it's a gray in color. Okay. Other thing is that the wing coverts. We say whichever the wings, the structure part covers any body part is called a covert. C-O-V-E-R-T. A feather covering the wings called the covert feathers. So they are finely vermiculated. You look at a worm like, so it is vermiculated. The wing is brown in color or the chestnut in color. See, this is the wing. So wing is covered by this covert vermiculated feather. And another important, if you look at the male, they have well-developed spur, SPR spur, a spine or thorn-like structure in the leg. You can sexually dimorphize or you can identify by this character. Now, another important, everybody very much interested, we love, this is the structure. It is called the pinchum or the train feather. It is called the train. People confuse it as a tail. This is not the tail. Dini pere emantarante pinchum in Telugu. So this is called the train. And here why I am emphasizing this, in most of the literature, even in the official documents, Indian Wildlife Act 1972, also they are mentioned in the law schedules as tail feather. No, it is not a tail feather, it is a train feather. So what I want to see, you look at this figure, you can have the tail here. The tail is toka, it is a permanent. And this tail is permanent. The tail is covered by this elongated train feathers. That is why we consider this pinchum or your train feather as covert feather, C-O-V-E-R-T, covert feather, because these train feathers cover the tail. So it is termed as covert feather. Please kindly note it. Most of the people use is a tail feather, tail. Tokantaru. No, it's a very wrong. Don't say it's a tail. It's a train feather, train chapal. You have to say only train. Okay. Now, what is the advantage of this? Very peculiar of this train feathers. You won't believe that each adult male carries 100 to 150 long feathers. What is the length of this? Amazing. It is 1.5 to 2 meters. More than me. I'm only 5.53, but it has up to 6 feet. It is a very amazing fact. These feathers have a metallic green and purple color. And what are the different types of feathers? You get it from this peacock. We have the half moon feather like this. We have a sword type feather, and we have a eye type or vocillus type of feather. The color of this feather is the blue patch. We can see a blue patch, 2 broad rings, and blue-brown in this. So that's always, even in Telugu, I put it for this because you are from Andhra Pradesh, the pincham antaru dindi. So pinchani tokalaga kanipinchini cheptaru. Konni literature lo tokalaga. Sorry, tokalaga ledu adi pincham. Toka veru, pincham veruni. Just I emphasize at this meeting because this is a very, very important point. Because please kindly, as a zoology students and others also, please kindly use this term train feather. Okay. What are the arrangement of them? What is the importance of this? Why there is a different structure in this? So in the zoology, we study of the morphological features. That means we have the long half moon feather. This is the longest one in the peacock. You can see this half moon. This is the longest. Next to that is the eye feathers, ocellated feather. You see the base of this. This is the sword feathers. When you talk about the morphology feature, as a zoologist, I always talk about the functional morphology of this structure. Whenever you study that, the structure and function in all the animals are inseparable. you cannot, the zoologist cannot talk separately structure and function, all are related. Another one, you have studied about in the ecology, eternal life, triangle, ABC of life, your environment, your structure and function, or three are ABC of life. Without that, you are teaching zoology or ecology, you cannot understand. You cannot appreciate our ecosystem or the ecology. That's why I give important stress here. All my students and teacher, please kindly important for knowing the significance of or teaching the significance of or the importance of the structure and function. That is called the functional morphology. What about the functional? So pincham equal America antam. So what is there? So you can see half-moon arrangement here, eye feathers, and why it is there. We ask why. What is the functional part? Now, if it's a base sword like, it's a very thick, strong. So it can carry the nearly some 90 to 100 feathers. It has to carry, right? So otherwise imbalance. So in order to balance this, when they display, when they dance, it has to hold all this. See, the wonderful, like a foundation. What is functional morphology? Like, you don't appreciate the nature of our animals. We learn a lot of things. So foundation, if you want, and then you can have spreading this in order to oscillate it, in order to attract the peahens, the females, during the breeding season when they display. That is the functional morphology of this. And what is the function of this half moon or the longest? See, it will be very interesting. You are not observed like when there is no display, all the oscillate feathers will be safeguarded. That way it won't fall on the ground like this. You know, see here, only the half moon feathers will fall on the ground. Why you know that? The peacock has to protect its ornamental feathers for the display feathers, display behavior, or in order to attract the peahens. So it don't want to damage that, like our hairs. When you're youth, we have to go and stand before the mirror and with the your comb, and maybe daily 10 times you maintain. That's called maintenance. How good. It is also one behavior. So I'll always compare with the human behavior. Why you have to do that? Like that peacock also maintains and try to protect their beautiful feathers not to damage. And here the half-moon feathers play a very good role. This is called again a functional significance or the functional morphology. Okay, now we are coming to this. We know about the detailed characters of the males, your peacock. Okay, now we are going to have the peahen, the other sex. You can see the structurally they are. I already told you there is a sexual dimorphism. If you look at this head brown in color, carefully see. Always as a field biologist, I always with my camera with the date and time. This I have taken in the villages of Pudukottai district in Tamil Nadu when I'm doing my after my career as an associate professor in 2010 and 2011-12. And fortunately, I've been awarded the University Grants Commission, a research fellowship, professor emeritus, and I have worked in the with the collaboration with the host institute at MDS University, Ajmer, Rajasthan. And I always emphasize the field biology. Any teacher who interested zoology, kindly record the date and time, which can authentically say that I have observed myself, not from download from the website or that. Please kindly do this one with even now we have with even with your mobile phone. Right now, head brown, bill brown side of head. You can see the bill here, head, throat, and white. You can look at this throat and sides are white in color. Lower neck metallic green. This is the character feature. Where is a blue color here? It's a metallic green. Look at the upper parts of this peahen, brown, faintly mottled means spotted. All you can see this is spotted. The underneath we have the buff color and tail. You have a tail there, but there is no train. Pincham leather. Females, so there is no pincham. There is no train for that. Tail is dark, very important. But you must remember that in the case of the peahen, female, there is no trained feather or pincham. Now look at the chicks. This is called, we call it a natal feather, white in color. When the chick is born, it's very whitish in color. And why I showed this feather, I tried to capture with my camera the chicks of less than 30 days in my field. I wish to inform you that I could not sight during my field. I worked for nearly 2 decades. I want to have the picture, but this is what this is not the very 30 days old, more than 30 days. But however, I have just photographed the indirect evidence for the presence of the chick. You know why? The adult peahen never shows to us the chick when it's 30 days because the wings are not there. In the case of danger, the chick or the young one cannot fly, escape, because that's why they will be in the bushes, in the hiding places. They never come outside generally. That's why I could not see. That's why I showed indirect. Natal feather means when they're born, they have the feathers in white in color. Now, you must also differentiate between subadult. Most of the, even the field workers, zoologists, they don't know how to identify adult, subadult, juveniles, and chicks. It's also very, very important for the zoology teachers and students. If you look at this subadult male, dark brown, bad with buff, see blue color, just developing. I understand. And there is no trained feathers. Look at this peahen, this green color, just developing. These are the very things you have to note down for the. Now we are coming to distribution. So as an Indian, you must know where are the Indian blue peafowl distributed throughout India, right from your Tamil Nadu or to Karnataka, Kerala, and to Himalayan patches. We have in Bangladesh, other countries, Pakistan, Nepal, and Sri Lanka. Now you must all give importance to the habitat. Where you live, surroundings, we have to give importance. The man has to give importance to know about surroundings very carefully, very interesting, enthusiastically. The peacocks, the peafowls live in the villages, mostly in the villages of different areas. And also now we are very happy to see that not only in the villages or in the protected areas, like national parks, wildlife sanctuaries, okay. Not only that, now they're moving to urban areas, even towns and cities. You might have seen reports telling that there are number, even if you look at this in Tamil Nadu, from the villages, it moved to Madurai, Tiruchirappalli, then to the Tanjavur, then to the Kumbakonam, to Mayiladuturai, all the, even up to Chennai. You can also see, that's what I say, urban wildlife. Now, most of the animal, they have like NRIs. So I always say that they are the NRIs, non-resident. People, they come there and stay there, and so we have to protect them. That's why we have important for the environment of this peafowl like this. So in the different villages, you have like village habitat is like that. They have the cropland, they have the tall trees for sleeping or resting, or for the roosting, for the night sleep. And these are in the protected areas like in Mudumalai Wildlife Sanctuary or Bandipur. You can also see various places the presence of this Indian Blue Peafowl Pavo cristatus. Now we are coming to the, so when you talk about the animals, it is also the priority for the field biologist, a zoologist, a wildlife biologist, or a biodiversity conservationist, that not only even for a naturalist, not that only subject, even the like economics or whatever it may be, for interested in the nature, naturalist, you can give the important for the various behavioral aspects. That is called study of the behavior of the animals is called ethology. The students must remember that ethology. Ethology means study of the animal behavior. One who is studying about the behavior of animals is called ethologist. So I was very fascinated with the behavior of the animal. That is why I have chosen to teach the animal behavior in the wildlife biology curriculum for more than 20 years. Really, I'm very happy, I'm very proud to learn a lot of things during my career. And if you look at the social behavior, they're all the social animals like us. They live in groups like this. All the people, they live in groups like this. So the social behavior, the group inside, they have 20 up to 22. One group consisting of 5, 10, like this, and 22. One interesting observation I made it, all mature group like us. You know that during the breeding season, they separated. After the breeding season, all the males, they will join like us. This is called all bachelor group. మన students, youth, బ్యాచులర్ ఏం చేస్తారు all they go group, they will never join us. Right? You're good. So I always like compare with the human behavior. It is same as the animal. So all the males will join. That's called the bachelor male group. Now, what is the other behavior? Social behavior of that resting. Yeah, the peafowls rest during the daytime. When from morning, early morning, 6 to 10 maybe, they're very active, going for the feeding, other activities. After that, because of the sunlight, because the temperature, they go and rest in the all this prosopis scrub. Here I emphasize that the prosopis scrub, we say that's unwanted invasive species, but we have to see what are the other animals utilizing this prosopis julifera. And when I say don't kindly say that it's a very unwanted, study there in your area. That's what local requirement of the peafowl, and then you decide whether you want prosopis julifera or your prosopis the thorn forest. This one behavior, they were resting there. Preening, and one important behavior is the preening. So in order to maintain the body feathers and the body, they always do preening, most of the time spent. So we study, the biologists who study wildlife study of the activity pattern. Suppose I'm interested in peafowls, I go to the field, I go with the activities. That is called focal animal sample. If I'm interested only one, if I am interested in one Professor Srinivasa, I will go follow only Professor Srinivasa, right from when you get up 6 o'clock and what do you do? He's doing writing or teaching or doing administrative work or playing, other things. So that's called activity pattern. That is called scanning, or the focal animals have only one individual. Suppose in the field, if you go group of animals, the flock of the birds or the peafowl, what I will do is scanning. So what is this individual doing? Everybody is there resting, everybody is feeding, or somebody is doing this one. That's called the scanning, focal animal sampling, and the scan method, way forward for the behavioral studies. And preening is very important. They spend a lot of time on the maintaining their body in order to remove the ectoparasite, like your ticks and lice from the body. And then, and people used to ask whether these peafowls, they drink water or not. Yes, they will drink like this water and they won't drink. And whether they fly, not like other birds, not true flyers. Maybe for when there's escape maneuver, when they want to escape from the predator or enemy, just maybe some few meters, they'll go from the ground to the tree, or they cannot be like the other bird, they cannot fly. And people used to ask whether they run, excellent runners. Unbelievable, they run. We cannot reach the people. That's what I emphasize, that people say that, no, sir, they will go and pluck the people. No, I'm very sorry. You cannot reach the peacock because very fast. I tried in the field, it goes for the feeding 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers daily. Very fast runners. And now very interesting is the very important aspect is the foraging behavior, Foraging. Foraging means feeding behavior. In ethology, the study of behavior, we use the term foraging. That means feeding behavior. We study the feeding behavior of all the animals. So I have studied the feeding behavior of this blue peafowl Pavo cristatus. Now, they love to eat on the paddy, because you know that the peafowl is a granivorous bird or graminivorous bird. That means they prefer to feed on the grains, 95 to 98% on the different variety of the available grains. So they will go to the cropland, they feed on the paddy. This I taken in the villages of the Pudukkottai district in Tamil Nadu. Now, what are the other items? They like the finger millet, ragi, pearl millet. They love the sesame seeds, nugulu, and they like the chilies, raw chilies, onion. They pull this plant and then love to eat the onions, and groundnut. They pull and eat tomatoes, and this cotton bud. How many of you tasted this cotton bud? We can learn the feeding behavior, the food item from the animals. See, most of our poets, the ancestors, 2000 years back, they learned the food items from the animals. Like that, the people, when they went to village, the farmer told me, sir, it is just damaging all our cotton plants. I said, why cotton? Yes, sir, it will have the buds of this cotton. And why can't you taste? I was worried first. Then I tasted. How many of you tasted that? It's a very sweet. Excellent. So from that onwards, I started eating the Velargo, the cotton buds. So P4 has learned to eat that we learned from the P4. Then only this plant sources they prefer a feed? No. In addition to that, they also require animal protein. Like that, they feed on the insects, not only ants, you have the millipede, you have the lepidopteran, all these different varieties of the insect. They feed on the insect for the, especially for the chicks. The female try to provide or they teach them to feed on the insect because the young one during the growth, they require the protein resources, protein rich food. That's why they mostly depend on the animal protein. Now, when you ask me directly, some of the times we cannot observe really. And another thing is that due to the existing legal protection, the Indian Blue Peafowl under the Indian Wildlife Act, Protection Act 1972, I cannot capture or kill or dissect like you do frog in zoologist or the calotes, my peafowl. So to know what are the food items, there are indirect methods by which you can find out the diet composition. What we'll do is we go to the field, we collect the droppings. These are the droppings. There is a difference between the male and female. This is the male dropping. So birds stools antar kada, don't use the stool, it is called the droppings of the bird. Bird stools is called, or the fecal matter is called droppings. So we have the male cone-like structure, and we have the tubular structure, the female. We collect it, we dry it, and then we use the mortar and pestle, and then under with the lens on, we separate all the undigested insect part. You know that cuticle. So it has not digested. So we analyze this and we weigh it and also.
Excuse me, sir. Satyanarayana, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. If you permit me, we will introduce the principal, sir, of principal madam of PRR and BS.
Oh, sure.
Dr. Sujata, madam.
Oh,
Madam
okay,
has
okay.
joined, sir. Sorry, very.
No.
Sorry, sir. Extremely sorry. Madam has joined. Over to Dr. Sujata Garu to give her opening remarks on the webinar. Madam, Principal of Government Degree College, PRR and BS Government Degree College, Vidavalur. Over to you, madam, please.
According to all the distinguished guests, respected faculty members, students,
Excuse me, madam. Please check audio, madam. It is a distortion is there, madam.
Good morning to all distinguished guests, respected faculty members, and dear students and departments joining us today. On behalf of Government Degree College, Vidavalur, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this special webinar organized by Zoology Departments of Government Degree College, Vidavalur, and Government Degree College, Mayiladuturai. On occasion of National Peacock Day, today we celebrate the beauty, ecological importance, and cultural significance of our national bird, the Indian Blue Peafowl Pavo cristatus. This webinar has been thoughtfully planned to create awareness about the ecology, behavior, threats, and conservation needs of the significant species. In a time when global
Madam, audio disconnected, madam. Please check. Madam, are you there, madam?
audible.
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Please continue, madam.
His expertise and passion for wildlife conservation will certainly enrich all of us. providing deep insights into the life of the Indian blue people and measures needed to protect it for future generations. As we begin today's session, I encourage everyone to make the most of this opportunity. Please listen attentively, participate actively, and feel free to interact during the discussion. One of the greatest strengths of a webinar like this is the exchange of ideas, and I hope today's program will inspire our students to look at wildlife conservation not as a subject, but as a responsibility. I take the moment to appreciate the hard work of both organizations for bringing
Thank you, madam. Are you there, madam?
You can speak to her over phone and then tell her that unmute.
Okay, sir. Just a minute. Madam, continue, madam. Please continue.
problem.
Sujata, madam. Principal, madam. Please continue,
Sir,
madam.
I take this moment to appreciate the hard work of both organizing departments for bringing this meaningful event to life. And I thank all participants for joining us virtually. With great pleasure, I officially declare this webinar open. Thank you, and I wish you all a fruitful and enlightening session.
Thank you, madam.
Sir.
Thank you so much for your opening remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Over to Dr. Satyanarayan garu. Sir, please continue, sir. Please.
Okay.
Once again, sorry, sir. I have interrupted in the middle of your talk. Sorry,
so I will just continue my talk. So we have the indirect analysis to know what are the food items, the diet constitution of these people. And in addition to this annual part, they also just consume the grit. This is called small sand particles. Why they have to consume the sand particles? In order to digest, I will tell you like the significance of that, and also to get the minerals, they also consume these small stones called grit, G-R-I-T, grit. Now, this is a grit, okay? It has, I already told you, they will consume the paddy, and you all know about the rice. What is the functional significance? Which part grinds the paddy? We know that paddy, we take the flour mill. Okay, we separate the husk and the rice. And most of this generation, they have not seen paddy in the urban area. They will see only rice. They have not seen even your paddy plant. So here, when they consume, because I don't have peacock structure, I have used the hen. We have the part called zoologists, you know, the gizzard. This part is called a gizzard. So this gizzard, what the functional morphology of this gizzard? It acts as your rice mill or the flour mill. That is why the grit, they will consume the stone particle. The stone particles there go there. When the animal consume the paddy, it starts like a rice mill. It separates the husk like this. Okay. Now, how we got this husk? When we are analyzing already to the droppings after drying all those things, nearly 90 to 95% we have collected these droppings from the villages of Tamil Nadu. We found a lot of husk in that. That's why we confirm that wherever the croplands are there, the peafowls prefer to feed on this paddy. So we got a lot of husk in that. So that's what we have. Functional significance of the gizzard is that it acts as the rice mill or the flour mill mechanism. Now, another behavior is interesting behavior is whether the peafowls sleep during night. Yes, like us, they will sleep. When they go to where they will sleep, yes, they have, like us, they have the bedrooms, the provision here. This is called the roosting behavior, ROOSTING. Roosting behavior means to sleeping or resting during the night time. So all the peafowls after the feeding, coming from the feeding grounds, after 5 o'clock evening, 5, 6, they will come to the trees like these tall trees. They will just climb one by one, not always flying, slowly, male, female, someone, they will go there. And where they will stay, not inside the branches, on the top of this canopy, top of the tree. Why? It should be open. It has to be very cautious in order to avoid the predation by the predators. That is the importance of that staying on the top of this is called the roosting trees. We study also the ecologists study about the roosting behavior. How to do that? I go there after my field work 5 o'clock. I will sit, wait for my peafowls to come to the roosting tree, and I will observe, take the photograph, video, and slowly they go climb. That's why I taken pictures of the roosting tree. We also study about the importance of the roosting trees in an ecosystem. Then very interesting, last part of the behavior is the breeding behavior. Very interesting. Display behavior, we call it display behavior. Pradarshana nadavadika, it's called in Telugu. Pradarshana means display behavior. Now, what is the type of system with regard to the breeding? They are all the polygamous. So that means a male may choose more than one female. The female may choose more than one male. That is called polygamous. What is the other type? Polygynous mating system. That means one male preferring more than one female. So it is called polygynous. Then what other side? Polyandrous. That means one female choosing more than one male, called the polyandrous, polygynous system of the mating. Now, what is the significance of the display behavior? Important. We have to study. I enjoy studying the behavior, this behavior, especially display behavior, and the villages in the year 2012 and 13 in the villages of the Tamil Nadu, near the Tiruchirappalli town, where we have the Pudukkottai district, number of villages. I roamed nearly 43 villages. Not only me, my students for the MSc project and MSc project also I guided, they we all roam. Now, what is during this display behavior, breeding behavior or breeding period, what they will do, the males, they choose an area, a defended area for the display. That is called a lake area. అది పేరు తెలుగులో వచ్చి ప్రదర్శన ప్రాంతం, lake area, ప్రదర్శన display area, stage. Where you put the drama, everything, your activities on the stage. Where is the stage for this people is called lake, L-E-K, lake. So we study on the lake behavior of the ethologists, study about the lake behavior of the animals, and they will not only maintain the defend, it is my territory, I won't allow the other males to come. Like what we will do, you have a compound wall, we don't want all the intruders, outsiders, or the neighbors. That's why we put a compound wall. The compound wall, we maintain a territory. Like us, the animals also maintain. This is called territorial behavior. Study of the territory of the animals is called territorial behavior, the animal behavior study. Okay. Why they use for the courtship behavior. Here in this stage, they perform vocal, they give sounds like pyom, 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 look at me, look at my side, why you are not looking? And visual displays, they do all the visual displays, elaborate, this is the one. Now, one important thing is that one male chooses the same lake area every year. That is very important. They won't change. It's a permanent. Lake areas are permanent during the breeding season. Then, not only that, not only one lake, they will also maintain other territory. One or two, they will also maintain. So maintain sometimes multiple lakes also there. Now, is there any conflict between the territory? Yes. Between the two males, there is a conflict like this. This is called territorial conflict. Ecology, there is some territorial conflict is there. Then, what about this lake? Character fish, where this character is? Anywhere they know. They are very, very intelligent. The peafowls are very intelligent. The peacocks, especially males, are very intelligent in order to choose the site selection. Choosing a site is very, very important or the functional significance in the life of the animals or in the behavior of the animals. No, they will actually what happened is here in the lake areas, the male will be displaying, they will be dancing individually in all the lake area. What will do the females, the peahen? They will wanderers, they will go to the different lake areas, they will observe the males display, and in order to compare the physical strength, immediately they won't choose a male. They will go each one display. How the a friend, how the male, my partner, how you are dancing, display. What's our strength? They will first observe and study. Peahen are also very, very intelligent. I appreciate the peahen, and they will go there. What is the purpose again? For the purpose of fertilization. Why they have to go and choose, select his partner? And again, where the lake area they choose the males. In the open area, you can see like open. It should be open, visible. It should be very visible. And again, the presence of the female partners. Wherever the females are there, they will not come to that. Same behavior of the human. Wherever we have the female partner, our youth, especially boys, they will show, exhibit all types of displays. Right? You understand how the students or the youth, how they will display like that. So like this here, whenever the peahen comes, they will just start displaying. That's one interesting we have observed. Then another interesting we have to observe is that where they will choose. See, there are the different paths. One in the field, if you go and see one path, this area one path. So here, this central path, like a square, what will do this? Like a clock tower area. There, the male starts displaying, dancing. This is one lake area. This is one lake area. Why they have to choose? Interconnecting paths. During the breeding season, the females are wanderers. We say the males are wanderers here. In the case of peacock, the females are wanderers. They will go to the 1 kilo, 2 kilometer to the different territories of the males, and they observe the different varieties of displays by the males. Go around. That's called wanderers. In order to that, they choose this area so that the visibility for wandering females is there. Very interesting, which I have observed. Very interesting character of this peacock, choosing the lake area, and then again the same thing through females will visit. Now, whenever there is there, how they will display it? They will make some sounds. If they are going dancing with silently, nothing will happen. They will say, pion, 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 look at me, look at me. Look at me, like rattle sound also they give. When the display, I think some of you might have heard that when you go to the zoos or some parks, they give like a rattlesnake, like that they give sound. That means, look at me, I am dancing. You are not looking at me or my partner, female, look at me. They are like a human behavior. So you do that. Okay, now we say that when they're dancing, then what they will do sometimes, wings are dropped, backside, if you look at the wings are dropped, suddenly it abruptly turns. You don't do 90, no, 180 degrees. It will suddenly turns and go on and propping the wings like this, and it will show the backside and forwards and towards. They will dance in order to attract the female like this. The female will be there, and the female will be observing all these characters, display behavior. What is the strength of this fellow? Then very important that when they will display. So in Tamil Nadu, I observed the display starts breeding behavior from the April, May, June, July, August, September, October again decreases. During the rains, November, December, rainy season, it stops displaying. So, okay, during the breeding season, when they will start displaying? During the first sunlight. When there is a sunlight, it starts dancing. Why? You can ask, why, sir? It has to be dance. Yes. You know that I already told you the eye feathers contain lot of colored feathers. This is called iridescent blue and green. Iridescence means they will change their color when you change the angle in the presence of sunlight. Then I will tell you why. So why? That is why there is a functional significance. Why they have to first in the first sunlight, like the sunlight is there, they will start displaying, because light will fall on all these feathers and they will change the angle, the color is changed. I will show that. So that how they found out there is a color change. What is the reason for that? Your peacock feather, don't think that the trained feathers are very simple. All these feathers, 1 minute, I'll show you. So these feathers contain barbules. Each one is called a barbule. One barbule and top. The barbule contains a number of small, minute structures. It is called the crystal. You have number of thousands of crystal. Because of the crystalline property, the light falls on this and angle is changed when they dance like this. The angle is changed, right? So then the color. This I have taken with my feather and the sunlight. You can also see, try that. The students can try it. Whether am I right or not is a fact. It is a biological phenomenon, a fact of the science. You can also take a sunlight and change slightly the angle of this, and the color is changed. That is the one peculiar character, the feature of this, the trained feather. So gradually color changes. This has been found out by the Chinese professor of university. And one important thing is in zoology, you might have studied about the pigmentation. The coloring thing is for the pigmentation. For information, these colors are not because of the pigments, because of the crystal. So we have the disco lights. Now most of us using the disco light, how it color changes in the crystal. When you change the angle, the color is changed. This is the one important physics. There is a physics also there. You must also know about the physics. This has been found out by the physicists or the Chinese physics professor, and it contains a lot of crystal. That is why. So it is not because of the pigments, because like your melanin pigment. So melanin is there, but we cannot. It will absorb. It won't just when you have the light, it won't change the colors angle. So that is the difference between your pigment and the crystalline property. What is the display? You can ask me which time. Is it during the daytime or during the evening hours? Yes. The people mostly prefer to display or the dance during the morning hours. And evening hours not. I have taken the frequency of morning hours 30 during this, and we have the 5 only. So mostly they will have this. What is the duration? Which months? So I already told you, it slightly start from April. In Tamil Nadu, it differs from North India. In Tamil Nadu, we have from April start to and August is the peak, and then September, October. And that's why I said the people is there when the rain is there. No, in the rains, who will dance? Whether we will dance in the rain, no, I don't know. So peacocks know that this August is the peak, then it will decline. That is called the frequency of the display behavior. We study in the field. Activity pattern, what are the activities? So one important thing is that the display behavior, it spends 4 to 120 minutes. Very, very interesting. It is not amazing. I observed that it will go on dance provided female is there. One criteria, female is there, it will go on dance. See, look at me. So I observed for 120 minutes. Now I also compare the biology of these animals with the human. Why we had a Swayamvaram? Why we have the why we given importance for Swayam for all the kings? There is a biological significance. The peacocks, in order to choose the best partner, we have the Ramayana, we have the Rama and Sita, they're chosen, you have that. So like our youth, what they're doing in the display behavior, you have seen the college students or school children just traveling by bus, they won't enter into that. Why they hang? It's a display behavior. Why? In order to just say that I am very powerful, I am very manly man. And not only that, they keep silent, they'll make all sorts of noise. Look at me, why you are not looking at me, my character? And then they also make some noise like our people. And what is the significance of this? Leg behavior or breeding behavior? Yes, ultimately, leg behavior or the breeding behavior enable the parents to obtain the best genes. That is why they display leg area. Hens also choose the best partner. So males show the physical strength, and for the purpose of that is the biological significance or the functional significance. This is the importance of the display behavior. That is why the animal, there is a display behavior in order to choose the best genes. Okay, next behavior is the calling. Yes, they communicate with the different calls like kya, 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 kya. And if it is a female very less burr, 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 burr. And one interesting, only one occasion, I have also recorded the chick of this in the bushes, more, like that. Now, one interesting that mating, whether mating is there or not, that's a very doubt. People say that whether the peacock mate or not. Yes, the mating behavior is there in this one, and it is a very difficult to see it because they will go to obscure places or hidden places, undisturbed areas for the mating, not to disturb by any like that. I have taken in the Ajmer village, Kayad village, when I went to go for my official business at the MSD university at Ajmer, and also they come here like this. They also mate, and you might have seen the reports that peacock never meets the smash in the media. That yes, people have the misbelief that the peacock swallows the tears. The peahen swallow the tears of the peacock, the male, and they become the pregnant. That's what misbelief. And in the villages of my Tamil Nadu, where the farmers they say, sir, that will take the sperms, the male and the female become this pregnant. No, what is this thing? They casually observe the Y structure in the droppings. Whenever you have the bird dropping, you see Y structure. There is nothing but uric acid. The zoologist, you know that uric acid. The uric acid they thought is a white in color like sperms. So villagers casual observation. They know. So I used to tell them that no, it is not like that sperm. It is like the uric acid. So that's why they misbelieve that is not the true. Now, after that mating, what happened? The female, like our chick, lays 4 to 5 eggs like this, creamy, buffy colored eggs, and they will go in the bushes and they will incubate for 28 like our chick, and hatching is there. From the hatching, young one will come, and you have the chicks. I have only indirect evidences. I could not observe the direct. I tried in Ajmer also, other places, and we have only the indirect, like natal feathers. Then, is there parental care? Yes, there is a parental care. This is called parental behavior, but only one investment. There is no male involvement in the parental care. Male, after breeding season, they will go as a bachelor, separate. Even in the herds of elephant, the males will go. Here, the peacock, the male will separate, and here only the mother or the female looks after like this, the young ones. This is called parental investment by only the mother or the female. Now, very interesting, this must, I will emphasize that all of you must listen carefully. And here, shedding of feathers is very, very important. Shedding of the feathers, and shedding of the feathers is very, very important. The feathers, the trained feathers, wear out during the display. I know that they go on dance continuously, even in that, and they lose the functionality. Okay, after display or during breeding season. Okay, what happened? These trained feathers, after the breeding season, they will shed. All the 150 feathers, 100 to 150 feathers are shed like. You can see this, only tail is there. Tail is permanent. Tail is not shed. So you can see that evidences, all the shed feathers. So every year, it's a biology. Scientific information I'm giving. I observed the peacock, every peacock after breeding season sheds all its 100 to 150 trained feathers. Very important. Now, you can ask whether after the breeding season, you told me that you shed every peacock. What happened? Like us, after that some age, when you become bald, the hairs won't grow. No, from that time, the peacocks again regrow. They develop in 3 months to 4 minutes. They will just regrow their feathers like this. So I observed, I taken photograph, and once it has lost, so then it will regrow, it will regenerate, it will come again. Then very important, because of the thrust of this peacock celebrations on the Peacock Day, what are the ecological services? Okay, peacock, your ecological services. They will involve the insect control and pest control. That is called the biological control. Already I told you, they prefer to eat on the ants, termites, grasshopper, locust, crickets, and millipedes. All the insects also. This is called the pest control. Then seed dispersal. They will go to the, after eating, they have the droppings are there. Dropping contain seeds of the peafowls, and it become as seed dispersal, and also fertilizer. It become a fertilizer, and peacock feathers on the trade, a very good revenue. Peacock trained feathers are used for the religious purposes, arts, craft, fashion, interior design, decorative purpose, ecotourism, income for protected areas, wildlife. All our zoology professor teachers, we teach already. I taught economic part like this, but one part is missing. For zoology teachers, kindly note this point. Missing from the list. Role of peacock in inspiring scientists and engineers. This is called mimetics. You might have studied about biomimicry. This biomimicry, zoology teachers are not make use of this zoology to attract our students. We have not attracted our zoologists by talking about this. This is called innovative curriculum should be there. We have to change our curriculum. Why not we have refine our curriculum? I request all the zoology teachers finally revise our curriculum, suggest our university board of studies like this. There are animals, all not only peacock, animals are inspired. Technical people, engineers, technocrats to design the devices required for human problems, but we have ignored. I have ignored. I only recently I became interested in this mimicry or biomimicry, mimetics. So all of you must study what is the importance. The feathers play a very good role in structural coloration. They found out robotics, whatever it may be, from the snakes, from all the peafowls, everything for the biomedical application, like our syringe needle. Where is the from the snake fang? How the snake or the mosquito, how it bites. So like that they invented. So that's why this is called bio-inspiration of all these things should be given important by the zoology teachers. And one thing, when you say ecosystem or the ecological balance, I think all of you know that, might have heard that peacock eats a lot of snakes. But I'm very sorry, I went there and the field number of times and days together, months together, and I could not cite the peacock eating on the snake. And whatever you might have seen in the net, you might have seen that now in the net, and also your AI, artificial intelligence, all those things. Now you see that after seeing that, you think that peacock is feeding on the snake. No, you see that male never with the chick. This is all wrong. See, this is called misguiding us. But we should not. The peacock is not. The peafowl is not misguiding us. This is the AI, the system, the computer or digital technology is not This is the man operates it. He is misleading it. So here, what happened? There is a false thing. You can see that. You can see this. Yeah, male incubating eggs. This is wrong misinterpretation. And I said, I used to ask all the audience, my student friend teacher, have you observed a snake with the peacock feeding? Yes or no? You just send me after that feedback. And no picture is in the peahen with the snake. See, this again. Why? See, peacock, the female also must eat the snake. And this is what the misguiding. That's why I put this one. If you have any direct observation, pictures, kindly share it to me. It want to that. So that will be very useful for me. This all the picture, don't believe all those things. Now, what are the other predators? We have in the field, we have the monkeys, dog problem in the villages, we have the mongoose, we have cats, and other important problem, very major, maybe the human peafowl. We have the human peafowl interactions. This is called human peafowl conflict, or man wild animal, human wild animal conflict. It's a very big problem. Especially people are giving importance for the elephants, or the tiger problem, leopard problem, or the wild boar problem. There's a labeled as a pest because it damages the crop like this. Because it have a conflict with the farmer won't keep it, because when damaging, he put the poison. He just apply the seed, he take the seeds and mix it with the poison and throw it. And when the male and female people come and eat on that, they will die. These are the very, very unfortunate thing. So now the farmers are asking for the compensation. Now they're also poaching also. There's very rare cases now there because of the existing Wildlife Act, not much is done. So for the meat purpose, with a misbelief, that's a very medicinal purpose, and poachers are just arrested. And other problem, ecological problems. What are the ecosystem problem? They will all just cut all the post office for making the coal in the villages of Pudukkottai, for the coal, for the tea shops in the Trichy town. They go to, now traditional boilers in the hot water in the tea shop, they put all the coal. For that purpose, they're damaged. So it is affecting the habitat of the people. Then real estate, it's a very biggest problem anywhere. Urbanization is a big problem for all our animals. So all the ecosystems are going in the villages. And highways, 4-lane, 6-lane, fast routes, we are very happy. And like that. And these trees are removed most of the places. These trees are the roosting places, tamarind trees on the road avenue, trees are there. That's all the peacocks in those days in the villages. And now it has gone. And now I'll ask one question. Who is responsible? It is the man, it is the peacock, it is the man, you and I, or the we are responsible for all these man-made anthropogenic pressures. And last, the conservation part, there are different ways we can mitigate. Now we have the villages, traditional villages, they have the scarecrows like this. This is called a scarecrow. They will just put this and then the animals are scared, birds are scared. They will drive this one. And I have seen in the village, one old man is very friendly with me. So he just put the scaring device with mechanical device, like he put some sound, scaring the peacocks with the scaring of this with the tin. And we have the ribbons. So those days we are using all the ribbon method, scare ribbons. We just install these different varieties. What I tried in the villages with my students, this is called a reflective ribbon. So there is one reflect 1 minute. So this is called a reflective ribbon. This I got from the Ornithological Society of India, Hyderabad. So one of my friends, Dr. Vasudeva Rao is the director there. He had just sent me this. We had tried with this. This one is red color on the silver side. When you just install like this twisted, and because of this sound, what happened? It will just scare the people. Not only that, when the sunlight is there, when it's shining that, it will go to eyes. It is a scaring device. We have tried this ribbons also. Earlier they were using the tape recorder or the cassette ribbons or the high-base ribbon. And now with the modern, there are a lot of things and devices coming up. Crop protection ribbons are there, or the ropes are there. Some they're using for this. And the compensation, again, very difficult. How to assess this compensation for the peacock damages? Again, this is a big conflict between the government agencies and agriculture department and the farmers. Now, what I did, I also just maybe very quickly I can take a few minutes. And we have estimated in the villages of this crop damages with my students. We put the quadrants and what is the damage. We go to the field intact and the damaged tillers. First, we take the intact weight. With the permission, we take the weight of these grains, paddy grain. And after eating, we also take and we weigh it, how much it has consumed per hectare. And we study that. That's a minimal quantity. As far as our observation assessment is very, not very much, but damage by the male, very much, too much, because it's a long train. Very long, no? So 2 meters, it go enter in the field, it damage, mechanical damage is much more than feeding we observe. And during this day, we have to emphasize, we have to protect the roosting trees, habitat for the people for roosting. We should not cut the trees. Road trees should be there. Then post office crops should be there. And lake areas should be maintained, preserved, like these lake areas. And the other conservation is that legal protection. Yes, I'm very happy to tell you that on this day, the government of India has given excellent legal protection to this Indian blue peafowl and other animals. It is called the Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972. So here, as per the Indian Wildlife Act, Section 51, 1A of schedule, killing of peacock is prohibited. Hunting of peacock is an offense. Hunting and selling of peacock meat is punishable. Punishment imprisonment 3 to 7 years or up to 10,000 rupees will be there. And here, export of peacocks, peacock feathers, and the trophies are not allowed for the export. However, trade in India is allowed because we know that it's a naturally shed like this. It's a naturally shed bundles of peacock feather. So you must know the section 49A. As for the 49A, it is not. So I told you one important thing. Tail feather, even in the act, government official, they put as a tail feather. It's not a tail feather, it's a train feather. I wrote several times in Government of India, Minister of India, but nothing happened. So tail means when you go to court, they will claim, the poacher will claim that I have not taken a tail feather. It's a tail feather. He will argue me not finished. So that should be very important. So if thousands of bundles of peacock's feathers you might have seen, but if all of their means stock, you would have killed hundreds, thousands of peacock. Is it true or not? We have to decide. Now, based on that, I have published an article on that the banning of the peacock feather trade in India is a wise thing to do or not. Yes, this is my personal opinion because I have seen in the villages, the village people, poor people, they collect it, they will sell it for 50 paise in the villages to the wholesale dealer in the Vidavalur town, and he will in turn to the wholesaler in Chennai cities and the trade, Agara, all those places he will say. And they know that villages never killed, as far as my knowledge can, nowhere, they never killed the peacock for the sake of feather. They killed, farmers killed for the protect the crops, both male and female, not only male. So generally, as far as I am concerned, my personal view is that the peacocks are not killed for feather. It has shed when it's shedding naturally. Why should they kill it? Then what is the other thing is conservation measures, the religious purpose. We are all very religious, sentimental people. We have the sacred trees. The gods and goddesses are sanctified with the animals, not only with the peacock, like this, Vahana of Lord Muruga. And you have the sacred tree, like ficus tree or the ficus trees are there. And you know that కృష్ణుడు ఎప్పుడు ఒక నెమలికను తన తల్లో అలంకారంగా ధరించేవాడు. అంటే this is what conservation measure. Because of that, we have to protect the peacock, and you must do on the educational program like this. I'm very happy that World Peacock Day they are celebrating at Jhansi, biodiversity conservation. Excellent work they are doing. Like these school children are involved. And lastly, I take when I talk about the awareness, this is one awareness. I always like to do. It's a popular site, so I did research on the peacocks and every animal, but this is not a place where you start, they give your data. This one you popularize your site, take it to the common man like this. This is called awareness program. So awareness program. If you want to live for 1 year, cultivate paddy. మీరు ఒక సంవత్సరం జీవించాలనుకుంటే వరిని పండించండి, paddy. If you want to live for 10 years, plant trees. 10 ఏళ్ళు జీవించాలంటే చెట్లు నాటండి. If you want to live for 100 years, నువ్వు 100 సంవత్సరాలు జీవించాలనుకుంటే ప్రజలకు అవగాహన కల్పించండి. Keep awareness. So I always like her. So my student in the field, they take the school children, go to the school and they'll tell them protect these animals. Jungle eggs are protected should be there. Like I went for some land of awareness program in Chennai, Snake, other places. I give awareness program like this. And I thank everyone for having given me a rarest opportunity during this significant, very important day, the National or World Peacock Day. I must thank Srinivasa and other committee members for having given me a great opportunity. With this, you all join me in this, the protecting or conserving the Indian Blue Peafowl and also other animals with this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. You have a wonderful marathon session. Before proposing vote of thanks, I request participants to express their views and interact with the resource person. Over to participants. Please unmute yourself and you can speak.
Sir, Srinivas sir, over to here with us.
Hello.
May I speak or is it anyone else?
Yes, ma'am, you can speak.
Okay, can I? Okay.
Yes, madam. Carry on, madam. You are audible and you are also visible, madam.
First of
Please
all,
carry.
I'm blessed to be present in this webinar because I'm the only one who's from a school. And I thank the person who sent me the link. And he's none other than my fellow teacher. I'm a retired principal and in a school guiding teachers. I recalled all the things that I had done during my MSc Environmental Biology, Zoology department, and whatever I had studied during graduation. I am a fan of birds and animals. And thank you, sir. My profound thanks to the resource person for having guided us as well as led us to the details of the national bird, that is a peacock, its ethology, its lake culture. And I was here today known that the female peafowl looks for the best gene during the courtship dance. That was a news to me. Otherwise, I mean, how has nature gifted it with this mechanism? So I do organize, and we have organized in our school the National Peacock Day. Though it is a Saturday, it is working, and we've had lots of programs, and we always, as a biology teacher, have been asking students to prepare projects, and we have taken children to the sanctuaries, zoos, because zoo is something I find it unethical because we captivate animals. But since I was in Orissa, I was in Bihar, and now currently I'm at Chhattisgarh, I've seen peacocks being sought too much. Now, I have here a bunch of peacock feathers. This was available during Lakshmi Puja, and I'm often intrigued by the number of peacock, and this is now being supplied by Blinkit also. So this intrigues me because your last slide said that peacock feather transportation is allowed under Conservation Act. But I am a little worried at the number of peacock feathers that are being sold in cities and townships. It makes me wonder, do they manufacture these with natural products? Is it plastic? Is it artificial? Is it natural? So that was one of the questions. Another question was, does the moon have some effect on the behavior of peacock?
What is that?
Does the moon, the Purnima or the Amavasya, does it have an effect on the behavior of peacock?
No information with regard to that.
No information because it is active by morning time.
And then
so I'd like to be permanently associated, though I am a retired school principal and I'm currently now running 69, and we have started a local magazine. We would like to, we have pulled in all the zoology and biology teachers and people who are interested in, and with the local, because here is a temple at Dongargarh where we have peacocks. And what they do, they tie up rings, which they call as ghungroos. Ghungru is a term in Hindi for the bells. And the peacock, when it jumps, it makes a sound. That too, I find should be banned because somehow they are disturbing the birds. So therefore, with the ample concern, I'm thankful to each one of you, sir, who started the program for the prayers, and to Dr. Srinivas, sir, as well as Dr. Satyanarayan Garu. Though I do not understand much of Telugu, I make out a few words, but I'm impressed. And I also have observed that animals being associated with gods, different gods, like Shiva has the snake around him, whereas Kartikeya has the peacock and Saraswati as well. So therefore, we often relate to this. And I'm still an aspiring student of zoology. Thank you, everyone.
Ma'am, would you please give us your contact details?
Yes, should I
share it in the chat box itself?
Okay. Thank you so much. I'll definitely put it down.
And then I can say one thing about the full moon day and no moon day.
Okay.
It has so much of impact on animal behavior. We can get the information in ethology.
Okay.
Perhaps peacock is associated with so many mythological beliefs and historical aspects also. History, I mean, I have at the moment, I have in mind the history of Mauryan Empire. Chandragupta Maurya was said to have been brought up by a herd of peacocks. For that matter only, Mauryan Empire got the name Mauryan from Maurya. I think so many beliefs might have been there. And with reference to ethology, there may be established facts also. We need to refer to animal behavior text. And then over to Sobhita, a BIMS student who has some doubts with reference to peacock biology. So,
Yeah, sorry. Welcome.
Thank you. Hello, sir. My name is Sobhita. I'm a BMS student currently studying in Karnataka. So my question was, peacock, it's by nature a very attractive bird. It's an eye-catching bird. So what are the key anatomical adaptations that help peacock survive in their natural habitat? It does not have any camouflage kind of thing, or particularly it does not have any flying capacity compared to the other birds. So what are the key anatomical adaptations that help peafowl survive in their natural habitat?
No, I could not. What is that? What very crisp habitat, and what do you want to know?
Sir, it's key anatomical adaptation that help to survive in the natural habitat.
No, adaptation. See, what happened is in natural, whatever they see, whatever adaptation they study the environment, accordingly they will go there. For example, if they want to have the protection, they have environmental, they have the roosting trees, there's the ecosystem there, where is the food is available, and also where are the trees are there, where are the food availability, based on that, they get adaptations.
Okay, sir. And another one is that how does the peacock's iridescent train function as a multimodal sexual signal, and what specific trait most influences females' mate choice?
Yeah, excellent. That is actually, I told you that during the display, you have the eye feathers. Okay, these eye feathers, the colors or the display behavior, dancing, the length of the people, these are the criteria the females or the peahen chooses or observe the male's behavior, and by which they are attracted and they choose their partner.
Okay. And sir, I don't know, like in few researches, because I'm an Ayurvedic student, we do have some formulations based on peacock feathers and peacock crest. Usually by some researchers which I have seen, like I'm not telling they're clinically proven, they lack clinical trials, but there is studies that have been in the research field that the crest of the peacock has anti-venomous quality in it. So do you have any opinion on that?
Yeah, no, I don't know. It is not. No, nobody has tried with anti-venom. No, I don't. The people say that we have to find. No, that I have not. See, this is called the animal-inspired biomimics. So what do you say that the engineers, the scientists, biologists, they study the behavior and therefore, but nowhere I have not seen the that is the venomous for that purpose. No.
Because in Ayurveda, we particularly have Mayura Pincha Bhasma as one of its formulations, where it is known for to reduce the fever, and it like we have this Loka Purusha Samya Siddhanta in Ayurveda, which means which is like, for example, kidney beans is similar to kidney, so having kidney beans improves kidney's health also. So as the peacock feather is having like eye-shaped kind of moon crest kind of thing, like anatomical structure, it is said to be good for eyes health also. So we particularly use that bhasma, but now it is currently not in practice, but it is mentioned in Sushruta Samhita and Vaishajya Ratnavali. So do you personally think that that might be applicable in current day life?
No, actually, what happened, that is, whatever the things I say, they said Indian traditional knowledge. We have to give importance for our ancient knowledge. It should not be ruled out. We have to analyze it. See, for example, I also read only not what you will observe, inform, but there is a rachis. You know that peacock feather? Yeah. There is a rachis, bottom portion. You have some transparent portion. They will cut it, make it a powder, and with honey. Even this, I heard tribal people or villagers, with the honey for any diarrhea, loose motion, or any.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
for my observation is that what is the chemical compound? Any ash, you give any ash, it's like ash. You get a lot of mineral compounds which plays against your diarrhea, other thing. So therefore, that should be analyzed chemically, like Ayurveda medicine, traditional medicine. As I said, it should be done. But what you said that regarding the pies, other thing, I have not seen. But this one, they have the adaptation of this peacock feather for the medicinal purposes. Yes, it is. We should not be ruled out. The traditional knowledge should be practiced, and it should be. We have to confirm it. The scientists or the medical people must confirm it. Then the pharmacology people, what are the compounds are there? Then it will be very good, useful. So good approach. We have to do it. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Sovita. And then over to Rajesh, sir, an ornithologist from Tamil Nadu.
Sir, good afternoon, and it's a wonderful presentation, Satyanarayana, sir. Thank you very much for your presentation. And I think this is the first time I am seeing the peacock presentation.
Okay.
And I'm an ornithologist. Even in my college, we are having more than 10 peacocks. So they are going with their chicks, and students are enjoying taking photographs. And my question is whether the peacocks are available in forest, whether they are able to live in forest. First question. And we are having a problem, right? It is eating many insects, so that is the advantage. And another disadvantage is that it is also eating crabs. So in Tamil Nadu, many people are trying to kill the peacocks, and we are losing the biodiversity. And what shall we do for that to help the farmers as well as to help the peacock?
Yeah, right. Very good, Rajesh. Excellent. I am very happy that my old Sivaramakrishnan is an entomologist.
Yeah.
This is my best friend of mine.
He is my guide also, right?
Yeah. Professor Antakrishna, all of my friends. We are very good. So anyway, Rajesh, see, first thing is that yes, they live in forest. Most of if you go to Mudumalai, other places, they're all there because in the villages they introduce. And slowly from the Trichy, even if Madurai, even if you go to the university campus, everywhere I have seen also, that is called urbanization. So urban wildlife. Now that's already they become the NRIs. So from the villages, there are a lot of disturbances. They move to all the towns and cities, Tirunelveli, everywhere, Mundandurai, all those places, they move that. And yes, forests, they're living. And sometimes because of like other animals, when they move to the other places, when they're comfortable, they will stay there, they won't go back. And other thing is, as you said, that there is a crop plan. Yes, I already told you that I have also seen a lot of reports. There is a farmer and the wild animal or the peafowl conflict. Yes, yeah, that's the government of India. We are emphasizing that. The Tamil Nadu also, we have the wild boar problem like peacock, and they say compensation. Now they have the permission to kill the wild boars with the presence of forest official, so that and other the peacock being a national bird and even I asked for compensation. They say how to assess that. The agriculture department is not coming forward to assess. I have did the assessment method, and farmer says that damage, which is a lot of damages are there, crop damage. They will say tons or 100 kilo, but I assess only a few grams. But as far as his 1 gram is a loss for him. So we have to consider the peacock crop protect the farmers. So like that, I said mitigate like ribbons, reflective ribbon that cost only 50 rupees one roll. But farmers, they don't want buy even that 50. They don't want. When the villages, I said I cannot give for everybody. So I said, why can't you try this? And 50 rupees they are not installing. So we have to educate them to have. And this one I have studied. I reported the forest department come forward. The agriculture department must come forward to suggest all the mitigating problem with these all mechanical devices. The chemical thing is that unfortunate that farmer. See, we should not blame the farmer also because he doesn't know the existing legal protection animal. It's Indian Wildlife Act. We have also seen one movie, Kadasi Vivasayi. So the Kadasi Vivasayi, the farmer doesn't know the exist. That's why I said the ignorance of the legal protection animal is not an excuse. Like zoology teachers, when I do for the animal alternative for frog, we were the biologists. Conservation, we are all going on kill 1,000 lakhs of ignoring the Wildlife Act, All the frogs are protected Indian Wildlife Act under the Schedule 4. We have ignored, right? So you also accept, I also accept. So I did a lot of things. I have just against the law. So like that, we have a lot of mitigation problems we have to take up to avoid compensation should be given to the farmer, like a right person assessment should be there, and we have to provide all those, like community land. The forest department has come forward to provide the community land where the free of cost, the peacocks can come, and not for the man, for the peacock they can come, and like that we can, so one land, each peacock will come, and then they feed on that. Like that, we can take mitigation problem. Okay, fine.
Sir, another thing, and we are fortunate to have white peacock in our area.
Yeah,
in Tirupparangundaram, we are having so many peacock, but conservation aspect we are a little bit lacking.
No,
that's what I wanted to refer, sir. It's leucism in.
Yes, it's not albino. It is leucism.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is not albino, right? Why we say that it's a white peacock? If you look at the eyes are black and color.
Yes.
So in the albino it's pink. So you must tell the students that if it is not people is albino. Even I have seen number of zoos museum they put as albino. I told them the director that white it should be white peacock. So the white peacock, Mother Tirupparangundaram, I seen one doctor, veterinary doctor, Balasubramanian. He also studied about the Madurai area. I think when he was in the veterinary doctor. So right, so that is because of mutation. It's a rare event of this.
Yes, sir.
Mutation, they are white.
Sir, my students are interested in doing some project related with the peacock. So can you suggest some topic or?
Yeah. So first you can suggest you have the habitat. Ask him to try the roosting trees. Where the animal goes and sleeps. That is called roost count is the best one. People say that 100, I have seen thousands, You ask him to daily go to the roosting site, find out the roosting tree, how many birds are staying there, like that, one area, even in your campus, how many trees are there, which branch they chooses, and then you can count how many birds are there. In this area, there are 100 birds. That is the best sensor. This has been suggested by the Gaston, an international UK scientist, peacock science expert, that we must do only that. Then only you get the exact number. Otherwise, we do not have the exact number of the people say, one study says that there are 30 lakhs of peacock throughout in Tamil Nadu, and one says 60 lakh, but it's all, unless you take actual that, it will be a very difficult task also. Ask him to do that. And also feeding behavior, ask him to observe where are the damages, how much damage it does. You do the crop damage. You can ask him to contact me. My email ID is mcsatya@yahoo.com. You can also contact.
And then one more thing, sir. Can we think that the courtship behavior of male fowls to be aposematic?
What's that?
Is it aposematism being displayed by male fowls?
No. Why it said the aposematism? This is by nature, the sign. So we cannot give that statement.
Okay, sir. So from the participant side, anyone willing to interact?
What about my students?
Yeah, can I?
Students.
Yeah. Can I?
Yes, sir.
English students.
Yes, sir.
No problem. Students, bhayapadadanడి. English lo da maatadaledanడి. Meer Telugulo kuda you can ask. We can answer. All right.
Yeah, greetings from Sir Mount Abu,
okay.
Rajasthan.
Okay.
I organize here hiking tours in my hometown for international and domestic tourists. And in my observations, I have seen a good number of peacocks in Mount Abu Wildlife Sanctuary. And as you have said about the roosting behavior, or the find a place where they roost up in the trees. Here, as an elevation of above sea level 1,220 meters, so we have couple of like a tall eucalyptus trees, and there I usually sometimes when I do walk with my guest in the early evening between 5:30 to 6:30 during winter, then I see at least I would say around 10 to 15 peacocks. They're all like there are a couple of trees scattered in a 15 to 20 meters area, and they're all roosting up there. And we have a pretty good healthy population at present in our town in Mount Abu. So I appreciate for sharing your insightfuls, and that was a grateful as being a hiking guide in Mount Abu. That will definitely gonna help me for my future explanation for the guest.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you. Like you are going eco-tourist in the eco-tourism.
Sir.
Very good.
Sir,
Very
sir,
good.
sir.
Eco-tourism without affecting the habitat and the animals. That is
Sir,
the,
sir,
for the sustainability of the eco-tourist professional or eco-tourist business and divided. That's called sustainability. That should be you are
Sir.
it.
Sir.
Students ఉన్నారండి. What about my students? No doubt, sir. Students.
I request any one of the participants, if you have any queries, you can interact with the resource person, please.
Thank you.
What is the average lifespan of the peacock?
Yeah, good. Lifespan is 20 years. I just 20 years.
20 years. Okay.
If there are no queries from any of the participants, I'll proceed with the formal vote of thanks. On behalf of both of the colleges, Government Degree College Ramachandrapuram and PRR and A.V.C. College, Vidavalur of Nellore district, we sincerely thank today's resource person and lead speaker, Dr. M.C. SATHYANARAYANA garu. And his talk is a marathon and innovative talk, and touched upon various aspects related to the biology and ecology of the Indian peacock, Pavo cristatus. And you have, in your talk, you have given a vivid picture on the various aspects like train feather, tail feather, different types of feathers, and half moon feather. And these are all the new words or new things we have, because though we are zoologists, basically we go with the morphological aspects, and you emphasized on the key components of the morphological aspects. Similarly, its distribution and the grouping pattern, that is 22 fowls will be there in a group, and its physiological activities, something like digestion and digestive system, the presence of gizzard, something like that. Similarly, the pattern of coloration, presence of crystals and crystallization. And one thing I would like to submit to this August audience is I have came across an article that these the bards or barbels you have mentioned, they are having something like emission of laser. That is a recent article I have gone through and I came across in a journal. And due to that emission of lasers, the coloration is quite different, it seems. And still research is going on. Similarly, we, on behalf of all the participants and all the organizing committee, our sincere thanks goes to the active participants, that is Dr. Betakar garu, Madam Srinivas Acharya Madam, Shobita from Karnataka, Rajesh from Tamil Nadu, and Mahendra Dhan from Mount Abu for interacting with the resource person. And we once again express our sincere gratitude to the resource person and sparing his valuable time and giving various insights into the biology and ecology, distribution, and also the conservation strategies of the Indian peafowl, that is Pavo cristatus. Thank you very much, sir. Over to Dr. Chakrapani, sir, to wrap up.
Sir, thank you very much for this nice session. And right now the spotlight which is on you, that reflects your how much you are involved with peacock conservation and habitat conservation. Your shirt has so many peacock eyes. Very nice, sir. Thank you very much for this session, sparing your valuable time for with us. Thank you all the participants. We will meet in some other event of the same kind. Thank you.
A small announcements to all the participants, and the certificate link will be sent to your respective registered mail IDs by today evening or tomorrow morning. And you will get your e-certificate to your registered mail ID.
1 minute, sir. Dr. K.R. Shanmugam from Department of Zoology, PRRVS. Shanmugam, do you want to say anything more? Dr. K.R. Shanmugam.
Sir, you are muted, sir. Please unmute yourself, sir. Satyanarayana, sir.
Okay, then, sir. We can conclude now.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
So,
thank you.
On behalf of all the participants, once again, we are thankful to you, sir. Thank you very much to all the participants. I'll be signing off. Thank you, and thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir.
See you.
Recording stopped.